Hello, my name is Cynthia Allen, and I'm a career development and experiential learning specialist at the Career Corner, which is located at UCU 216. So today we're going to talk about how to prepare for a virtual career fair. Let's get started. So I'm assuming if you are listening to this recording that you have registered for an upcoming career fair organized by the University of Ottawa. Very excited for you. This is a great opportunity to meet employers and to really do some networking so that it can help with your job search going forward. So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about, first of all, why networking in these events are so important for your career development, what to expect during the fair and using the Easy Fair platform, which is what we use for the virtual career fairs, and as well having success. Make sure you have success before, during, and after the fair. So why are these events so important? I think these events are very important because they can be used for a lot of different reasons. They can be used to learn about employers, to see what employers are out there, who is hiring in your field. You can talk to people within the different industries and find out what it's like to work in their industries, what the application process is like. What's a day in the life look like of the job or the industry that you're thinking of? So all very important aspects as you move forward in your career, and why I say that these career fairs are important for anyone at any year, not just in your final year, but at any year during your degree. You can collect referrals to other departments. So for instance, if you are interested in accounting, however, the organization that is there maybe is their focus to hire engineers, the fact is they can get you the contact information for the person in the accounting department and refer you. So it's very important to go to fairs, even if you don't think they're related to your degree. They probably have positions within their organization that would relate. And it gives you a chance to explore the labor market and learn more about it. Who are the organizations that are hiring? How are they hiring? And then how can you get your application in there? I want to take a moment to talk about why do employers attend these events. Now, one thing I do hear a lot of is that people think that employers are coming on campus to sell their product, that they're not really hiring. However, I used to be a recruiter. I was a recruiter for 20 years and did a lot of on-campus recruitment. Let me tell you, when I came on campus and spent the day here, or in this case, online, it was because I was looking to hire people, and I was specifically looking to hire people from the University of Ottawa. Employers go across the country, depending on the size of the organization, go to various different universities. They choose which schools, colleges, universities to go to in order to recruit. So if they are here at this event at the University of Ottawa, they want to hire University of Ottawa students. And I don't know whether you know this, they actually pay to be here. So not only are they here and spending their time, but they're also spending their money to be here. So really important to take advantage of these opportunities today. So let's talk about the Easy Virtual Fair platform. Now that is the platform that we use to do the virtual career fairs, okay? And that's what it's meant for. Now, when you attend the fair, you will see that perhaps the fair is divided into categories, or what we call halls. And that will be dependent on the fair, okay? So depending on what fair it is, it will be divided into different halls that might or might not be of interest to you. Within each hall, you have the employer booths. So what they look like are icons with the employer's icon or logo on it. And what you do is you click on each employer's icon to access their information, which includes resources of information which you can download at each employer's booth. You can, what most importantly, live chat and network and connect with company representatives. I think that's probably the most effective use of your time when on this platform during the time of the career fair, okay? and you get to see the times and links for that employer's info session. Some employers are offering info sessions, some are not. And then possibly you might be asked for a video chat, but that will depend on the employer's discretion only. The reason for that is because they might not have the staff available in order to be able to have video chats. So don't, feel slighted if you don't get one. It could just be that the employer does not have time because they're too busy and can't do one-on-one video chats. Okay. What you will see kind of in every hall, you will see the Career Corner booth. Okay. So the Career Corner booth is the overall career development discussion and advice. It's found in the main hall as well as typically in every hall. So if you're not sure what to do, who to talk to, you want some career advice, come on over to the Career Corner booth and we can help you. There's also the Fair Information booth, which is basically technical and overall assistance with the event, as well as with the Easy Virtual Fair platform. So if you're having any problems with the platform or anything like that, please reach over or head over to the Fair Information booth, which is found in the main hall. We will also be offering during these events live employer info sessions. Okay, so you can find the info sessions in each employer's booth, or if you want to see a list of all the info sessions being offered that afternoon, just go to the left-hand menu on the left-hand side of the screen and you will see live employer info sessions, and you can click through and see which ones you might want to attend. And then there's also job postings. So you'll be able to see each employer where is posting jobs. You can go on, again, on the left-hand side of the screen, see the job postings available. Now, the Easy Virtual Fair platform you will see is very easy to use, very intuitive. The one thing I would not recommend is using it on a phone. It is not going to be the best way to access all the services and all the features available on this website. So I would recommend doing it on a laptop or at least a tablet, just to give you more access to all the different features, to be able to upload your resume, which is an important part of this process as well. So very important to try and do it on a laptop as well. You don't have to worry about downloading anything beforehand. This isn't an app you have to download. It is literally basically a web link that we will send you, that you just need to click the link to access the fair. Now, few details about the events. So registration, event access. If you've received this video from a friend and you're thinking that you would like to attend the fair but you didn't register, really important that you register in advance, okay? So you must be registered for the career fair in order to participate. So visit the website that's on your screen to register for whichever career fair you'd like to attend. And please use your UOttawa email address, okay? Registration always closes at noon the day before the event. However, if it is past that time, please reach out to the Career Corner and we can help you get you registered, okay? You can't share registration links because each registration link is for one person only. You can only upload one resume and it can only be one person's profile. So you do want to make sure you register yourself as well. Ideally, use your UOttawa email address because we've found a lot with Gmails and other types of email that any emails that we send from the system or messages sent from the system tend to go to your junk mail. So be sure to use your UOttawa email address. Now, once you've registered, which you should have already received this, you will receive a confirmation email that your registration has been received. That's from Eventbrite. Approximately 2 weeks or so, week or two before the event, you will receive an email with a tentative list of employers, as well as the how to prepare for a career fair training video, what you're watching right now. The day before the event, by the end of that day, you'll receive an email which will include your virtual swag bag. So basically your student guide of how to do the fair, how-to videos of how Easy Virtual Fair works, the final employer list, and most importantly, your fair link. Very important to keep track of that and use that to register for the fair. Please look through everything thoroughly. If If you have any questions after reading through the email and all the information, please ask them at the fair information booth in the main hall. If you did not receive it for any reason, please check your junk folder, okay? Virtual fair access begins at noon. So you can access the fair at noon for each event, sign in, complete your profile, you put your full name, email address, and a professional picture, as well as upload your resume, as all the profiles and the resumes get forwarded to the employers. And then take the time between noon and 1 o'clock to explore the site. Okay, take a look at what employers' booths are there, take a look at what the info sessions are, and plan your time accordingly. Especially if you don't have the whole afternoon. If you only have an hour to spend or 2 hours to spend, you want to make sure that you see and talk to the employers you really want to talk to. So make sure you plan your time accordingly. The live virtual fair and the ability to chat with employers is only available from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, so you can live chat with employers starting at 1 o'clock up until 5 p.m. that day. Okay, that's the only time that the employers will be live there to talk to you. So take advantage of that. After that, access to the booths, their information, stuff to download, that's actually going to be available a week after the event. So that's why I recommend using your time during the actual fair from 1 to 5 to talk to the employers, because that's when they're there. Network, talk to them, let them know what your skills are, etc. And then go back at another time to download the information that you might have missed or that you want to download. Really important as you get ready for this fair is to prepare. That's going to decide your success, okay, is how prepared you are for this event. So the first thing you want to understand is to know yourself, okay? Yes, you have to know about the employers, and we'll talk about that in a second, but it's knowing yourself. What is your goal? What are you looking for? Is it a summer job? Is it an internship? Are you looking for full-time when you graduate? Are you exploring employers, seeing what's out there so you can get an idea of what kind of employers are in the industry, what kind of opportunities there are? Don't forget to think short-term and long-term. So even though at this moment you might be thinking that you want to look for an internship for the summer, remember that in 2 years you're graduating. So even though they don't have an internship now, they might be a really great employer for when you graduate. So think of those short-term and long-term goals, okay? And then the other thing you want to prepare for is what is your skill set? So when you're talking to employers, they're going to want to know a little bit about you. So what can you offer the organization? How do you stand out from the others? So really important to take that time to think about that aspect. The next step is to research the organizations, visit the employers' websites, LinkedIn pages, other social media pages. Get an idea of what they do, what their industry is, how they're recognized within the industry. All can be found easily online. And by knowing a little bit about the organization, it will be easier for you to have conversations with them. By basically saying, I saw your job online, or I saw online that your mission statement is, can you tell me more? It is much easier to create questions and to be prepared with questions when you've done a little bit of research on the employer. So make sure you take that time. When I was an employer, it was the question I always hated the most was when someone came to my booth and asked me, what do you do? When all it would take is a quick Google search to learn at least what the organization is about. Next, you want to prepare your message. What that means, make sure your resume and LinkedIn profile is up to date. If you need help with that, come to the Career Corner, UCU 216, and we can help you with that, okay? You want to have it ready to share with the employer right there during the event. One other thing you can do is apply for positions that interest you before the event. So as I mentioned, go to the company's websites, see what opportunities they have. And if they have opportunities or new grad programs, apply for them in advance so that when you go to talk to them, you can mention, listen, I've already applied for your program. Let's talk about it. And then prepare what we call your 30-second elevator pitch, which is the, equivalent to tell me about yourself. And how do you answer that? Tell me about yourself. Well, here at the Career Corner, we use an acronym called PAWS, P-A-W-S. So your tell me about yourself should include information, personal, academic, work experience, and skills. And each one should be related to the company you're applying to. So my name is, I'm in this program, my work experience is, and these are my top skills, basically is what you want to come prepared with. Whether it be in writing, if you're chatting, if you're texting or chatting with the employer, or in person, if you do have a video chat or are able to talk with an employer one-on-one, okay? Practice your pitch, see how it sounds, send it to some of your friends, colleagues, or the Career Corner. We can give you some feedback on it. And then especially have a couple of concrete examples ready as well, because if the employer might ask you, great, you mentioned you have coding experience. Tell me a little bit about that. Or you have a lot of written experience or written communication experience. Tell me a little bit that. So yes, you be prepared with concrete examples as well. And then very important, make sure your tech and your space is ready. So make sure you have your laptop ready to go. Make sure you're in a quiet place so you could focus, use your headphones if necessary, and then just set up a comfortable space so you can be there and really properly network with all the employers. So during the event, the best advice I can give you is to be present, to be there and to turn off everything else around you so you can really be present with the employers and take advantage of this opportunity. So as I said, the ability to speak with employers is strictly from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So after that, you can use that time to go look at the booth and download information, but use that time from 1 to 5 to talk to employers. If you only have an hour, let's say you have class or you have an exam or something due, then use that 1 hour, choose which employers are most important to you and go talk to those. And then you can go back to the others afterwards, okay? You want to dress professionally in case that you are asked for a video chat. If you need assistance with that, we have 2 programs here at the Career Corner that we're associated with. The Dress for Success for women and Suits His Style for men. You want to stay focused and really attend from a distraction-free environment. So turn off any notifications, don't post that photo on Insta before, just before the event. And so, you're watching for likes, etc. Really stay focused and being able to respond to employers, okay? And then especially be ready to put yourself out there. Include a picture, okay? Turn on your camera for video chats. Start conversations. Be ready to share your resume on LinkedIn. And then start conversations. Don't wait for the employer to talk to you. You need to reach out to them and ask them. So be sure to put yourself out there. Okay. You want to make sure you're using clear professional business communication. So don't use text speak or acronyms in the chat. Emojis don't work. Ensure proper syntax and grammar. There's a website called Deepl, D-E-E-P-L, that can help you with that if you do need help. But just make sure what you're posting. Be aware if you're in a public or a private chat, because we cannot delete anything from the chats after it's out there, okay? And then be sure to ask employers for next steps. So if you do have a great conversation with someone, don't leave it there. Ask if you can connect with them on LinkedIn. Ask if you can follow up on their resume, if you can have their email address, whatever the process is, okay? If you need help during the event, come to the Career Corner booth and we can give you a help, or head over to the Fair Information booth as well. Now, after the event, once the event is over, it's not over. It's still time to continue networking. So the employers you want to connect with, follow them on LinkedIn, connect with the representatives, and always be sure to ask their permission to connect with them beforehand, which means including a note to connect, and always add a note so you can ask their permission. You want to follow up with the employer representatives by sending a thank you note. So that can be through LinkedIn, or if you have your email address, through their email, or perhaps you'll find their email address online. You can always reach out to them and send them a quick thank you note for attending an event and being there and speaking to you. And then after that, arrange for an informational interview or an informal coffee chat in order to connect after the event, to get more information, to maybe continue a conversation that you were already having. Okay. This is where the networking continues. Networking, unfortunately, is not just one and done. It's a continuous process. You want to continue to build that relationship. Okay. So to keep up to date and register for all you Ottawa career events, some get added all the time and some get changed. So be sure to follow us or check out this website to keep up to date and register for all the events. And if you need any assistance at all with your resume, with mock interviews, with job search strategies, or you're not even sure if you even like your program or what to do with your program, come talk to us. You can see us in person at UCU 216, email us, or come to our website and book an appointment directly with our website. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you nothing but luck at your event. I'm sure you're going to do great. And I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you then.